Hey guys, this is Killing Connor, and you're hanging with us at Heavy Mental Breakdown.
The band name Killing Connor. You guys said that your Connor, your bass player, dies at the end of every show.
Yeah.
Okay, so this seems very unique to me. Kind of, someone give me a backstory of like Killing Connor and Connor and your band who dies at the end of every show. Someone break that down for me first.
Sure, I'll take that one.
Yeah.
So the name Killing Connor, it's actually an interesting story. So the name Killing Connor came from one of our friends, Autumn. We were like sitting on the train, and we were just like, Connor and I were just like joking around, and like Autumn and some of our other friends were like on the train with us, and I said something like silly to Connor. I actually don't really remember what. I said something like kind of silly, kind of stupid to Connor. And Connor said, like, I feel like this could be like a fake memory, but I feel like he said to me, "Bro, you're killing me." Like, because my joke was like really, really dumb. And so Autumn, who knew that we were like making this band and we were trying to put this whole thing together, and who knew that we were like trying to come up with band names, was like, "Wait a minute, why don't you call the band Killing Connor?" And Connor and I like just looked at each other, and I was immediately like, "Hell yeah, that's like a really catchy name." I think it just stuck. Like we've gone through like moments where like we thought maybe we could choose like other names and stuff, but I think that one really stuck with us.
So first off, just off the bat, I love it because it seems like I haven't even really talked to you guys yet, but just figuring out the story behind the band name. Like, you guys seem like you're just friends having fun. Like, oh yeah, our band name is named this because, I did a really bad joke and this happened, and it's like, that's awesome to me. Like, it wasn't like, let's try to sound cool, let's try to like, use words or, phrases or whatever it was to like try to make yourself seem like bigger or better, or, whatever it is. It was just it's a fun inside joke between two of the band members, and I think that's great.
Yeah.
That's
no
great.
serious thought at all. Just
Well, no, and I think that was almost by design, because like we didn't want there to be like a serious name, and actually a lot of the titles of our songs, some of them like have like sort of like sillier names. Actually, the ones that are out right now don't necessarily have like super silly names, but I like to give like things like kind of less serious titles for sure.
That's cool. It's like we talk horror movies and stuff, and we were talking horror movies a little bit before this, and it's like my favorite movies are some of the cheesiest ones, like the B movies and stuff, and like with the crazy like ridiculous names and stuff, but you love them because they're having fun and they're not taking it that serious, and it's like, and right. I like how you guys, and the reason why I'm bringing up horror movies is because to me, one of the things that stands out about you guys, I'm a huge horror movie fan, and it seems like you guys love and appreciate kind of the dark and, some of the horror stuff as well. So kind of talk a little bit about, how that inspires you, and even like the killing of a band member on stage, and like kind of how that kind of ties in with what you guys are doing too.
Well, we don't necessarily kill Connor on stage. We just use that as a metaphor, obviously. But, as far as like...
You should, though. You know how fun that would be?
that's what I keep saying. I'm like, come on, just do it. Just do it already.
We've had discussions where like every show, before the show, like Connor would just be like laying down on like an altar or like a bed or like something, and we'd like resurrect him to play bass and then kill him at the end.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
I don't know if you guys have not been doing the on stage killing. I don't know why you have not. To me, that just seems like something people would remember. It's like, this is perfect to end the set, or to even start the set. There's like this public killing of somebody, and you just have these like Halloween prop knives and stuff, and you're just stabbing it, and then he kind of just comes back to life.
I'm picturing
for the rest of the show,
just Guar level of
just
crazy.
No,
nonsense.
you know who does great executions on stage is Alice Cooper.
Oh yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, you guys should go and watch some Alice Cooper. regroup on what your next stage kind of presence and your next show is going to go.
Take notes and stuff
Take
like
notes.
that.
Yeah, we should. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
So, are you guys horror movie fans? Is that kind of where some of this stuff is coming from as well?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Love it.
I'm more or less like the old school. Like, say for example, like in the introduction of Suncoast, it's the introduction you hear like excerpts from the Evil Dead. So it's like more or less for like old school, like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Dawn of the Dead, like a lot
Hell
of
yeah, the best
old,
ones.
yeah, old school stuff. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
not like I watch everything, but like say if I was gonna watch horror flicks, I usually go to the old school ones.
Me too. Absolutely.
My friends, they can talk about like all the Fangoria stuff for days. You know what I mean? That they're big fans of it. Shout
So
out
did
to-
you guys kind of come together as a collective and decide that this kind of horror route is kind of going to be a theme for us, or did it kind of happen naturally and start putting things out and it kind of just went that way, or kind of?
I think it all kind of started when we were trying just to commission artwork for the singles and the album, and I think just process of elimination, everything that we ended up liking just happened to be all of that stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of it ended up kind of nautical. I think that's what we said before. We have like a lot of like Cthulhu-esque
Yeah.
imagery that is both out and not out yet. But yeah,
Okay, so what genre would you define your music?
Metalcore.
Metalcore. What influences did you guys have going into a band like this? Did you kind of have more of a like Misfits kind of vibe going in, or was it like, no, we want to do something heavier than that? Let's kind of look at something that some other artists do.
It's an interesting question too. I think that in some ways, writing like these songs, I almost felt like a poser because I totally didn't come from the like punk style or like the punk genre while like listening for inspiration. I totally just came from like 2000s metalcore. So it's like meta metalcore in a sense. It's like heavily inspired by that sort of 2010 sort of metalcore. So like August Burns Red, Unearth, Veil of Maya,
Okay.
who like Blind Witness is kind of like it's. So the other funny thing about like a lot of these inspirations is like some of them like I even like apply retroactively. Like I was like writing some of this stuff and like I was like listening to some bands, and then like Brian showed me Blind Witness after I'd written most of this stuff, and I was like, yeah, this totally applies to like. So it's kind of weird like trying to find where you fit in a genre and like inspired it and what continues to inspire it.
Yeah. How do you feel that the audience has received your music and your approach to this genre? How do you feel it's being received by everybody?
Oh, it's great, man. It's real great because it's basically doing stuff that we like, and if we like it, then we just want to put it out to the masses. If of course it's going to be hit and miss for a lot of people, but whoever can resonate with it, we're definitely loving the positive feedback from it.
Cool.
For sure.
Yeah, I think a big thing for us too is our live performance is pretty energetic, I would say. Trying to obviously match kind of the up tempo music that we have. And I feel like a lot of people have loved it. Cool. And people have had fun at the shows. And then also, we jokingly said technical metalcore earlier. Like Matt sneaks in mostly odd time stuff that people wouldn't be expecting necessarily at first, but I think people who also are more hip to hearing music a little more analytically, I think also get good things out of it. It's more interesting in some ways. So
something I do want to add that I think is really important is that like the trend in metalcore these days is and I don't want to bash any of the band. There's so many fantastic, amazing metalcore bands in the last 7-8 years and in the last 2-3 years. But the trend that I'm hearing and that I'm seeing is almost like a loss of like what metalcore is. And even though like I didn't really come from, I wasn't really listening to like those punk, like the punk genre, and I wasn't really listening to that as inspiration. I think that I missed the sound of like the earlier metalcore that was like frenetic, fast, like hit hard. I feel like a lot of metalcore now is just focused on like really flashy, like guitar. It's like guitar music, and like, and it kind of bugs me in a way because I feel like a lot of it sort of melts into each other and sort of just becomes like Instagram music to me. So I'm not,
interesting.
I'm not even saying any of our music is better than any of that. I'm just saying I would love to like sort of go back to that time, but also like bring in some like modern stuff too that we've learned along the way.
So Connor, you had said that Matt brings in more of sometimes brings in a like analytical brain to what you guys do here.
I think that's actually. Oh, sorry, I cut you off, man. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just asking for if there was like an example. I would love to kind of. Yeah, of what you mean by that.
I think it's actually me doing that. I study like music theory.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was okay. I think I got that mixed up. Sorry about that.
Matt does it, but I think Matt isn't necessarily thinking about it in like a full analytical, aside from the compositional perspective. Because I'm about to get my master's in music theory, so when I listen to music, I just overthink it a little too much.
Okay.
But Matt is very focused on the feel of the music, the energy of the music, and so when he does have these little tiny weird timing switches and changes where the last bar of a phrase is just -1 beat, it's compositionally the purpose of it is to kind of, there's that stutter or the all too quick reset of the phrase, and that's changing the energy of it, I guess.
Sure. I feel looking at music with the analytical brain is fascinating to me, and that's kind of why I kind of stopped. I was like, yeah, let's talk about this for a sec, because I feel like there's always somebody in the band who is just a little bit more analytical on timing and like really exact things and tempos, and just is very. I mean, I think the word is the perfect word is just very analytical about why things are happening and when they happen, and that approach has always kind of fascinated me in a way. So I like talking to people who have that brain.
Yeah.
It makes it fun and interesting.
Yeah.
And it keeps you on your toes a little bit too.
Yeah. What'd you say, Matt?
Oh, I just said Connor's the guy. Like.
Yeah, I guess that would be me. Yeah.
That's why we can't kill him, actually.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, we are here because you guys have a track out called Sunk Cost Fallacy. And why did you guys choose this song to break down?
Well, well, I'm the one that really wanted to choose this one because we do have 2 singles, but this one in particular, it dealt with the story behind it comes from actually when I was trying to they were trying to recruit me, and they sent me the song, and I was listening to it. And I was so stumped. But in the meantime, while I'm listening to the song, I'm reading this book. And it's a very traumatizing book. It's called A Little Life, if you ever heard of it. No, I wouldn't recommend that if it's not for the weak at heart. It's not for the weak. But it's a very long book, a very very mental book, and is a very it's very depressing. A lot of people haven't gone through that book because it's so disturbing. But I didn't want to be one of those people to like start it halfway and then finish it. So I was thinking, I wanted to finish. I wanted to start it. I wanted to start this book, and I wanted to finish this. So I was like, maybe that's something that I should write about. So I was just thinking about how people are into a situation where they're so far into it that they can't like get out of it, or they're so sunken in that they don't want to leave, or they don't want to turn around or do a change or something. They got to finish the task at hand. So that's where Sunk Cost Fallacy came from.
Gotcha. Okay. And do you feel like that there was a part of that connected with you on a personal level and it made you want to write about it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because that's one of the things about the things that I do with songwriting. You know, I may take it from a situation that I may be going through right now, but I try to, branch it out to the point where it's relatable in all circumstances, or somebody can relate to it in one way or another. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a book. It could be in a relationship. It can be with a job. It could be with anything that you're so far into it that you don't want to turn back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very relatable on so many other circumstances. That's what I try to do with the my songwriting. I try to base it upon a situation, but everybody can relate to it one way or another.
It's wild that there's so many things in life that we start, and the pressure that we put on ourselves to finish them.
Exactly.
And
just
it's
like this
whether
song.
whether it's a good or a negative outcome. Sometimes it is best to turn around. Sometimes you just gotta fucking push through it.
Exactly, and that's what this song is about. You know what I mean? You started it, and you may regret starting it, but you got to finish it. You know what I mean?
Don't be a quitter.
There you go.
I love it. I love it already. Well, welcome, Dan. Dan's here now.
Hey, what's up,
man? It would be the drummer that's late. It would be the drummer. And everybody, it would be the drummer that's late.
You could take my wife. She hooked all the Zoom stuff up.
Yeah. It's funny. There's only been a couple of interviews that I've had that had drummers on them, but it's always a drummer that's late. I don't get it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we're. I'll say it. We're the electronics, the technical aspect. We're just all acoustic. So
yeah, there you go.
That's what it is. I admit it.
No, you're good. Well, welcome. Happy to see your face.
Like as a not only this song, but like sort of as a concept. It's very interesting because I think so. Connor and I had come from another band that we had. That we had poured a lot of time into writing, like it was like a progressive metal band. We poured a lot of time into it, and the band was full of like great people, and some things had happened that like sort of soured. I wouldn't even necessarily say the relationships in the band, but just kind of like soured the dynamic of the band and sort of like halted our progress. And I think born out of that, I was like, I'm going to make Killing Connor. I think I had even texted Connor, like, or Mark. I texted him that like a night when like I knew that other band was just like basically on its last leg, and I was like, I'm going to make a band now where like we can just play music live and just write kick-ass music, play it live, and just have a lot of fun. And I think in a way, like, we had sunk so much time into that other band, but like sort of out of that, even though that band is sort of like in limbo right now, which sucks because there's a lot of music for it, but like out of that, we're like in this band now, and we're like about to play our like 5th show, and like incredible.
Yeah,
we got 4 shows this month. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Pretty much. Yeah,
that's awesome. Hell yeah, good for you guys.
Yeah,
I think we're pretty happy with that.
Yeah,
man.
This is it.
Hell
this was the start. This was the start of it all right here.
Cool.
The restart.
All right, this is Sunk Cost Fallacy by Killing Connor. Let's break it down.
The first few pages warn that these enduring creatures may lie dormant, but are never truly dead. They may be recalled to active life through the incantations presented in this book. It is through recitation of these passages that the demons are given license to possess the living. An opening to mystery, wondered and leads into chaos. An opening, a gateway that is secondly to your fears. An opening, a passage of threshold that stands there before you. Blood has poured down to
Whew, okay, there's a lot to kind of break down and discuss already just within that. First off, Brian, how does your voice feel after listening to that? Do you feel like you can talk right now after that scream, or
They probably
you're muted?
Yeah. He can't talk after that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just listening to himself scream like that, it hurts his throat already.
No. I don't throw my voice. No, not at all. And I tell people, just like how people do like the opera singings and stuff like that, the same techniques and stuff, it's still the same way. It's just a little bit enhanced, or you gotta just, what the thing is, a lot of people don't want to be ugly while singing because, they don't want to mess up their faces and features, whatever the case is. But, sometimes it has to take a little twerk in the face or the chin or the mouth and stuff like that to actually belt the vocals out. But the actual warm-ups, just the same. Any other singer will tell you.
Yeah, wow, that's a brutal scream, man.
Thank you, I appreciate
brutal. I love it. And so that sample that we heard in the beginning, Brian, you were saying that's from Evil Dead.
Yep.
Yeah. So what made you want to put that specific line from that specific movie to start this track?
Because, like, I was talking to Matthew about, like, where the song came from and, like, how it, like, where it stemmed from a book, from me reading it, and how, like, traumatized I was from it. I was like, what would be the good intro or something that would give it some type of, life to it, or have some type of significant meaning behind it? So I was like, the Necronomicon scene. So, the introduction to that. So I was like, best way to describe it is
pretty rad. I like that.
So that's when I just said, yo, Matt, put that in the intro, bro.
Yeah, and it's a callback to what got, that started the song lyrics for the song.
Mm-hmm.
Was that original book that you had and relating it? So it's kind of like a full circle moment there.
Right. So it was just, I just thought it, like, I needed something that could, like, represent how, like, horrific, like, I wouldn't say horrific, but very traumatizing how, like, deep that book is and how dangerous, quote unquote, that book is. You know what I mean?
Interesting. I like how you did that.
Yeah, it's because, like I tell people, I don't recommend that book to nobody.
Yeah, it makes you feel something in the equivalence of watching one of the most brutal horror movies of all time in Evil Dead.
Absolutely.
And I bet Evil Dead probably doesn't even hold a candle to how terrifying that book is.
No,
so,
it doesn't.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I feel like, Matthew, you were about to say something.
Yeah, I mean, Brian, that's so interesting. Like, I feel like when you told me to put that in, you might have explained it, but like I wasn't fully, like, I just put it in because I was like, heck yeah, like, Brian has a sick idea, I'm out of ideas, like, let's put it in. And hearing it, like, it all makes sense now. Like, that's so cool how, like, the Necronomicon is this book that you open and, like, just like ruins people's lives, and you're connecting that to the book that you
exactly.
I mean, just within the first 10 seconds of doing this thing, like, you guys are already like, oh, I didn't even, like, we're putting this together now, and it's like,
yeah,
that's the beauty of this what we're doing here. I love it. The plot An opening to mystery and wonder that leads into chaos. The plot. An opening, a gateway that instantly leads to your fears. The plot. An opening, a passage, a threshold that stands there before you. But the plot has worn down to displeasure. The plot.
The story.
The story, yeah.
Because,
and then whenever I hear plot, and I don't know if it might just because I'm a screenwriter, but I'm like, okay, the plot means that you're coming up with a story. Is that like, you know, there might be things inspired by things that make sense and things that have happened, but this is a story that I kind of designing on my own.
No, basically, I was just basically saying, like, you know, the plot at first, like, you know, like each part, the plot, an opening to mystery, wonder that leads into chaos. It was just basically from what I was reading that the fact of like it was so traumatizing. It got my attention at first, but then while reading it along the way, I'm like, oh man, this is bad. You know what I mean? So it was like I was wondering, it got my attention. That was the wonder that led into the chaos. Like,
gotcha.
Oh my goodness, this is bad.
That's really interesting how this is all kind of coming together already. The plot, an opening to a mystery. Because the plot's probably what got you interested in that book. The plot and opening, a gateway is when you start to read it. You know, the plot and opening, a threshold that stands there before you. So like now you're in this world already. Like you're in there. Like it's kind of captured you in a way. But the plot has worn down to displeasure, and it's like it's almost like it's getting worse. Almost, and
it's almost like the plot. Worse. The plot is plotting something.
Bingo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Seriously, because that's exactly what it did. Because it was like,
yeah.
Because once I was in there, I was like, oh man, it was like I was already halfway, like in past the first chapter, and I'm like, oh boy, this is horrible, man. But I'm too far in. You know what I mean? I might as well just keep going.
Right now, you're literally writing a story about reading a story.
There you go.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
And you open it up with the Evil Dead scene and what that signifies, and it's pretty cool.
Exactly. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. That's what I was trying.
You're a storyteller. You're a storyteller.
That's what I do. That's what the pen does, man.
Yeah, that's what the pen does. Interesting. Cool. All right. Well, let's keep rocking out. All right. Hold on. Too far in there, and there's no need to turn back. There are no wages or fees, price or cost. What is that word?
I can never say it. I can even never say it in the damn song.
Recompense.
There you
Recompense.
Go. Recompense. Okay. I needed coaching from Connor in the studio for that one. So.
Well, good thing like you're screaming it, so like you can kind of like mumble it too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. There are no wages or fees, price or cost to recompense all the time that's lost. Although I know I played my. Oh no, I don't think we got there yet.
No.
Too far in, so you're too, and that's kind of what I was saying before, where it's like, okay, you're in this now, like you're too far in here, and you can't turn back. There are no wages or fees, so like there's no price, and you're not getting anything. There's no benefit in here for you, but
the only thing I'm losing is my time.
Yeah, to recompense all the time that's lost. What does recompense mean?
It's another form of like reimbursement. Recompensate.
Yeah. Do you feel? This might be a silly question, but when you were through with the book, how did you feel about your time when you were done with it?
Oh, it took. Listen, like I had to take a break from that book for a while. It took me an entire year to finish that book. Like it really.
So time played a big role in just the journey of reading it.
Yeah, I mean, like, but I went back to it. I really like. I read half of it, and then it got so much, and I'm like, nah, I can't continue right now. I need to take a break from this book because it's so traumatizing. Any person that read that book knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, and then like a few months later I'm like, yeah, let me just finish it. And of course, like in the song right here I was a glutton for punishment. I had to finish it. So within that, it took me a whole year to do that, to finish that book. Oh man.
So Brian, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Like, when you're saying too far in, there's no need to turn back, is that like, I'm sort of personifying the sunk cost fallacy, but is like that the sunk cost fallacy speaking to you? It's basically saying like, you're too far in, there's no need, like, don't go back, man. Like,
yeah, just keep on going. Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. It was like, damn. I was like, because like with any person.
Or rather, that's the book talking to you, and then that's right. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, because like once it got me to the point where it's like, oh, this is what this is about. This is what the story's about. Oh man. Might as well just finish it. That's exactly how I was like. I was like, oh no. I have to take a break. I'm not stopping, but it was just too much, and then eventually I got back into it. But yeah, it took me a whole year. Like I said, man, I'll never get that time back.
Yeah, it's wild how we kind of walk into these things where it's, you don't really know what to expect, but then when it's over and you realize how big of a role it played in your life and you had no idea it was going to play that big of a role,
pretty much.
It keeps you questioning other things and wanting to learn more and what else can have this kind of effect on me, but in like a different way, in a positive way, instead of a traumatizing way. And there are things that, like music, it's listening to a certain band you love and it inspired me to go out and want to make my own music. And so a lot of us have, talking about wanting to be in music, we all have that one album that we heard and we're like, oh shit, that album changed my life, or that artist changed my life. And it's
absolutely,
and it's sometimes books can change your life in a way of how you write things and how you journal them and jot them down, and you would have no idea before getting into it, and it just kind of happens like that.
Right. Because that's where, like, one of the things I get a lot of my inspiration from books and stuff like that, because one of the things that I write a lot. So one of the things that my brother said to me a long time ago, because before trying to be like a metal singer, I was trying to be like a rapper. So one of the things was, my brother used to say, in order to build your vocabulary, you need to read. This was like when I was in high school. So that really did stick with me. And when I was when I was first starting out with being a metal vocalist and stuff like that, it was just off a whim, you know what I mean? And my friend at the time, like, when we was in the band together, he was telling me, just continue, just read, because I used to work in a library, so I used to get books for free and everything. He used to check them out and everything like that, and he's just like, just continue reading books. I guarantee you wouldn't have a problem finding lyrics. And that's also stuck with me. So ever since then, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a song for it. I write all the time, or find something that, maybe down the line it could fit in a song, but I'm always writing, I'm always reading. So
where does that come from within you, like the interest in writing and always reading and working at a library and making songs about reading? Like where does that stem from with you?
It's because I'm a daydreamer a lot. I walk around with a lot of visuals in my head all the time. And sometimes sometimes I really can't describe it. So I either know that there's a book or a song out there that can definitely relate to what I've been feeling, and once I find it or listen to it, I jot down notes or journal it and be like, yep, I'm gonna use that one day. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of these ideas whenever I'm listening to, the music, Killing Connor's music, and I'm always thinking like, okay, what can I think about? Or if there's a certain situation maybe that I'm thinking about, or a time and everything.
But you're always thinking.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your mind is moving 1,000 miles an hour
all the time. So, I'm glad I have this band as an outlet, because
it's a great outlet to have. Do you feel? Have you ever been like diagnosed with like ADD or anything like that before?
No, but I know I'm there for sure. I'm on the spectrum for sure.
It's interesting, and I'm sorry for just straight out asking that question, but it's very interesting because ADHD comes up a lot on this podcast, a lot, and the way that your brain is working right now is very, 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 very similar to how my brain works, and a lot how other of these other artists and creative works as well. And a lot of people have said that this mindset, even though it drives you fucking nuts, that it's a blessing.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? It's a blessing. It keeps you on your toes and always like, oh, what can I write about next? And I'm sure before this song was even written and finished, you already had like 10 other ideas of songs that you wanted to do, and like the artwork for it, and where you want to tour next, and just like all the like. But it's a great thing. Like I have it, and I would never be put on like medication because I used to hate what it did to me, but now I kind of like it. It makes me who I am.
Right.
It keeps me doing stuff like talking to bands every single night about this kind of stuff and listening to music and. Yeah.
No, and I mean, and the funny thing is that you mentioned that is the fact that when I was looking at the symptoms a while back of what, like, ADD, ADHD and stuff like that, and the things that come along with it, I'm like, I never got myself diagnosed, but it seems like I'm pretty close to it. You know what I mean? So
it's wild. One of the things that really kind of made me think about it, and it's so recently, and so I like how these are coming up in these interviews, but do you know the rapper Joyner Lucas?
Yeah.
So he is very open about his ADHD. He named his album after ADHD.
Yeah. He just recently came out with ADHD too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And he has that song like Anxiety Wins, and there's a couple other tracks on there that are just so heavy.
Deep. Yeah, so I like Joyner. Shout out to Joyner Lucas. I like him though. He's very deep, and the way that his how he does his rhymes and raps is crazy.
But he uses that ADHD, that like diagnosis of what somebody should be on medication for. He uses that
as a superpower
in his art. Is a superpower. Yeah. And I think that a lot of the greatest artists do that, like yourself. Like, I can see these lyrics, and I'm just like, yeah, somebody who is not brand new to songwriting wrote these. Somebody who, it's not somebody new who is just like a front man of this new band. It's like, no, this person knows how to write. This person clearly is educated. There's sentence like structure here. Like, no, there's more to it than just lyrics.
Yeah,
and that's what makes this song so good.
Shout out to Matt. I mean, shout out to Killing Connor anyway, because I mean, if it wasn't for them, I mean, I used to be in like a band, but I never really put any seriousness about lyrics and how to songwrite, because deep down inside, I really didn't think I had it in me to do vocals at all. You know what I mean?
Well, that scream proves something different.
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious, dudes, guys. Like, you guys got me by accident. I'm serious. You know what I mean? Because I did not know, or I did not think I could do the vocals at all. You know what I mean? So when I first started doing the band, I just made up words, not with this band, but a previous band that I was with. I just made up things that sounded okay. It did. If you read the lyrics, you'd be like, "The hell is this? What are you talking about?" You know what I mean? So
takes time though. It takes time to learn that structure, and
it does. It does.
Yeah.
And
not easy. Writing a song is not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not. It's not. And you know, when I was listening to Killing Connor's music and stuff like that, that's when I started really getting serious about it, because the way that they structure the music, the way that it's so well put together and stuff like that, is like, nah, I just cannot just throw anything up in there. It's like this, just as much as Matthew and Connor put thought into making the music together, I wanted to put more thought into the lyrics and really have more meaning to it and bring their songs to life.
I like that.
You know, so shout out to you guys, man. Thank you.
We love the lyrics, man. Of course, you know that.
Appreciate it, man.
We love it.
All right. Well, let's keep rocking out. All right, although I know I played my part, I just wish I didn't start. All this time you've taken from me, living the sunk cost fallacy. So, you know, especially this part, you know, it can go a lot of ways. Although I know I played my part, I just wish I didn't start, can be seen in so many different ways.
Exactly.
It could be any situation. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be just a personal project that you wish you didn't start because it took so much time and it never even got out. Or just like, I don't know. Just
that exactly. It's relatable so in all circumstances, which is something that I like to do.
All this time you've taken from me. And when you say you've taken it from me, that could also be taken as anything too.
Anything. A person, a place, or thing. It's a noun. It's collective.
And I love how the very first sentence too of this, like, you're taking accountability. Like, although I know I played my part, it's like you're not putting it on anybody. You're like you're not putting the full thing on anybody. It's, I know that I played a part in this too. And going back, you can relate that to anything, like your relationships. Like, no one's perfect in their relationship, and we've all said things we wish we haven't said. So like. But it's the taking accountability that's hard for a lot of people to do, and I feel like you just put yourself right there, right when you say it too.
Yeah, exactly.
The sunk cost fallacy. What is that? What does just that mean?
It's basically when you're invested into something so much that even though you know it's bad, like say for example, you like.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so that's pretty much. Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's what it's called. So I was like,
gotcha.
When I was reading the book, and I'm like, damn, what is that thing that out? And then like, you guys can relate to it with a movie, song, whatever the case is. It's like, Dad, you're watching a movie, but you know it's bad, but you don't want to finish it. So I Googled it, and I'm like, what is so and so? You're watching something that's been, and then sunk cost fallacy came up. So and I was like, that's what it's called.
So there's a lot of focus and meaning just even in the name of the song too. Yes,
that's exactly it. So I was like, So I wanted to make it a general thing, like, you know, just anybody could relate to it. It doesn't necessarily have to be a book. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just the fact that I wanted it to be and that's the thing, you know, that's the thing that helped me with Killing Connor. It was the fact that, you know, I got these songs and they're so beautifully well put together, and it's like, I don't want to just put anything on here, you know what I mean? I want to have some meaning to it, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, they all can relate. We want our audience to sing the song back to us at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So it's something that we want people to relate to.
It's funny, the way that you're talking about this sounds so natural, but it's actually a very hard thing to do, to be able to be so invested into something and it makes you feel a certain way. But how can I word it now in a way that other people can now relate to it?
Exactly.
In all these other different ways and not even know what the backstory is. That's a really difficult thing to do.
I appreciate it. It was a pretty like, this was like one of the last songs that we did, like, you know, for like the songs that we have right now. This was like one of the last songs because it was still, I was still trying to put pieces together and stuff like that, but eventually it wound up being this beautiful masterpiece right here.
All right, let's keep rocking out to this, because I heard some growls coming in and kind of scared me a little bit, so I wanted to just circle. Did you guys know that the length of the video on here, I don't know if it's the song length or just the video length, it's 3 minutes and 33 seconds?
Yes.
What are the odds?
Yeah.
I actually love angel numbers.
Me too. And when I saw that, I was like, huh, I'm interested in this song.
This is my guy right here. He likes it too.
Yeah. No, I definitely, I feel... Yeah, I feel like this is a powerful song on a lot of different levels.
I have a question for Matt and Brian. Did you guys do that on purpose? With the 333?
No. It just happened to be that way. You know what I mean? And
okay. Angel, I'm a big numbers guy, and that's the first thing that I saw after that was recorded. Like,
okay,
numbers all the time. So.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I've noticed that too. A lot of the numbers do repeat at the end of this.
So the number 333 angel number is a sign of creativity, growth, and encouragement. Just saying, that's what 333 means.
Big.
and better yet, that it was not done on purpose.
No, and when it comes to numbers and stuff, it's never really on purpose. It's all there for a reason.
Serendipity.
Yep.
Wild. I think you guys got a pretty special track on your hands here, but let's keep listening to it though, because I want to hear the rest of it. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Everybody knows that. Yeah. Everybody knows that type of behavior. You know what I mean? Of what I was talking about before.
Yeah. It's like don't play dumb. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm talking about right now. You know the feeling. You know this relentless behavior, and I like that because it's almost saying you're like, don't judge me. Don't judge these feelings. Like, you know what I'm talking about. You know this behavior because you have experienced it yourself or you've witnessed it before. So don't act like, you know, what I'm going through is so much different or that I'm an outcast for whatever reason. Like, I feel like it could be seen that way, where it's like, you know what I'm talking about. Don't play stupid.
Exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So it's like a fuck you almost to everybody.
Don't play dumb.
Yeah. And then I like the come on, just finish. Come on, just finish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you say that, did your mind take you to come on, just finish the book?
Yeah,
just
pretty much. Yeah,
just get through it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, or you can say with anything. You know what I mean? Like, even at work, you know, you don't want to be there too. You know, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. Can we just finish?
Yeah.
You know. You know, everybody can relate to it in some form or another, one way or
you know, there's some phrases and some words that just that just feel so good when you scream them.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can scream a bunch of shit and just be making noise, but like when you're saying something that has like this meaning and definition and purpose to it, it just feels so good. Like, come on, just finish.
Exactly.
Like, come on, like let's wrap this up. But like, you can take this to any time. Like, I just want to get through work, and like how you said, like use that. It's just someone who is just like watching the clock all day long, wanting to get out of there or just finish. When like, and we feel that anger because we don't want to be at work, we don't want to be doing this, but we have to push through it.
Damn
so
right.
Screaming "just finish" is powerful just for that reason by itself.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, man.
Yeah.
We all can relate to it. That's why that's why it's like, you know, I love this band because they give me the free, like, the platform to be me and be able to talk about these things, and there's no judgment, you know what I mean? And it works well together, and it's something that all of us can relate to. All of us can relate to. That's the number one thing. Like I said, how can I make this song not only about me? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Everybody can relate to it. That's one of the things that I always want. That's one of the things that Killing Connor has helped me a lot with, being able to branch out and able to talk about everyday situations that any person can relate to.
It's really cool seeing the humbleness of a front man in a band.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
You know, like a lot of time there's ego. And I'm not saying with anybody who I've interviewed or I thought you guys would do this, but I think just in general, there's kind of just this assumption that like maybe there's a little bit of an ego from the lead singer because, you know, they get a little bit, they get, you know, a little bit more focus on camera, or
yeah, we don't do much.
You know,
we don't do
like
much in the haul out.
And I don't know. I feel like this entire interview you've been just very humble about all, like, your entire band as a whole.
Nah, man.
So it's cool to see.
Nah, I appreciate them, man, because, I mean, they don't know this, but I was pretty much down on my luck at the time when, like, you know, I was actually being, like, you know, rehearsing and when they were recruiting me, you know what I'm saying? Because at that time, I really didn't know, like, you know, what to do with myself. I wanted to be in music, but nothing was really, like, you know, coming in my direction. It was either, like, you know, these bands that I really couldn't blend in with, nothing that I could gel with, and then all of a sudden, you know, lo and behold, I get an email from Matthew with this song, and it's like, it revived me. It lit a fuel under me, you know what I mean? And it was just something that, okay, I've been waiting for something like this, and it finally came to me, you know what I mean? And I didn't want to let them down, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, because they don't realize how much they saved me. So thank y'all.
Wow, man. Wow.
Thanks, Brian. I have to say, Brian, along the lines of what you're saying, like him being humble, Brian is like, humble is a good word for it, but he's also like super down to earth. So Brian, like you're just a really cool guy to like just hang with and just to like talk to. I remember like we hung out, you know, the other day when we were at
like 2 weeks ago.
Like Autumn's gig, and like that was actually the first time you and I had hung out for an extended period of time, like outside of our own music, and like I was like talking to Jenny and to Autumn like afterwards, like Brian is so like cool and down to earth, and he's so nice and he's very thoughtful. So thank you for bringing that energy. I think it's a good energy to have here.
It is.
This is our Shahachi Tachi moment.
It is. That's one of the awesome things about this podcast is, like I said, there's been multiple times already when there's bandmates on and you start breaking things down and learning a little bit more about the you know, the person you're in the band with, and just like these little things. It's fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and we're all vibing over Brian screaming "just finish" at all of us. It's like, all right, dude. Okay, it's almost like we're all kind of like we're scared of you because you're screaming at us so crazy. Just kidding. But no, it's a great song, and let's keep going.
Yeah, man.
a glutton for punishment. I hate that, I must admit. But if I started this, I must finish it.
Pretty much. Yep.
Just finish.
Yeah.
There's really nothing to break down there. It's a straight to the point punishment. You know, one thing that actually I was thinking about earlier in the song that this reminded me of, but I'll say it here. The punishment I hate. So I'm a marathon runner, and I feel like by the time mile 18, mile 20's here, I'm just in pain and that's it. And I remembered that, like, hey, I signed up for this shit. like I paid to do this. Like,
I get it, man.
I have to get through it. Like,
yeah.
you know, I feel like I'm punishing my body right now because everything is hurting, everything's aching. But I started this, and I have to get through that finish line. Like, no matter how, you know, journeys always start off feeling good. Like, I'm just going to use my running example. Like, the first, 5-10 miles, I'm flying. I'm feeling good. Mile 15, I'm struggling. 18, I'm done. 20, I'm relying on just my mental to get me through it. Exactly. And then if I can hear someone screaming at me, come on, just finish. Come on, just finish it. This punishment that I do to myself, I hate it, but I have to finish it. And I'm kind of obsessed with it in a way.
Yep, exactly. See, you can even relate it to a marathon. There you go.
Yeah.
Something that just like hit me about this song, like having like analyzed all the lyrics or like having gone through them with you and Brian and everyone, this song is like surprisingly like a lot more focused and succinct than like I had even thought. Like everything really just relates to the title, like like everything just goes back to that, and everything is kind of like a punch. It's almost like every bit of it is like a hook. And I kind of really like that now. That's like giving me a new appreciation.
I didn't even realize until you said it, and I'm like, holy shit, he's right. I really didn't realize that. It was just I saw the title and I saw what I finally had a name for it. So I'm like, I sent like pictures to Matthew of him like, yo, dude, I'm writing this. I got all these lyrics down and everything. So I was just trying to piece it all together, because once I heard about once I found out the actual name, Sunk Cost Fallacy, I was just reading a lot of things and basing it upon the stuff that I was reading already about the subject matter. So I was like, everything, all of that stuff is related. And like I said, if it wasn't for Killing Connor, I wouldn't have structured it as well as I did.
But like even like a lot of like even some of the better metal band, like even like some of the really great like metalcore songs that I know, like the lyrics are sometimes really cool, but like sometimes they meander a bit. Like these lyrics are like surprisingly succinct. Like I'm actually kind of reading that now, and it's really cool.
Yeah, just like when you break down this song as a whole of like how it started, where the inspiration came from, to writing it, to recording it, to the journey of just this one song, and then just the title alone wraps in everything that the song is about. But then you make these little twists and turns where it's like, okay, this can relate to this can relate to that. And it sounds like there's like this song is almost a little bit of like a pain and pleasure, where it's like, I'm going through pain, I'm doing this to myself, but if I can just get through it, like I'll be proud of myself in a way. It's like, if I started this, I must finish it. So it's like inspirational too. So it's like this crazy journey like you go through by listening to the song.
After all of this, guys, I really didn't think of it in this type of way. So, wow. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Wow.
Well, let this sink in a little bit. Sunk in. Anyway, then let's finish this song out because I want to hear it to the end. But cool, yeah. Let's just let it play out. Yes, it was. That was Sunk Cost Fallacy by Killing Connor. What a just brutal track in so many ways. So looking at this track now, from before this song came out, when you guys were writing it, to process of doing it, and now promoting it and talking about it and doing interviews about it, how do you feel about just this song and what it's meant to you as a band, and how it captures who you guys are as a good representation of just who you are as a band? How do you feel that this has worked out for you?
Well, we're in it now, so we can't leave, can't abandon it.
Yeah. Yeah,
you started it. You have to finish it.
We spent all this time and resources on it. Now we have to see it to the end. Oh no!
This is our Sunk Cost Fallacy.
Oh god!
Yeah.
I think to give a potentially more serious answer than Matt. This is cool because it's the first song we released, but it's also the song that we've started every set with, and I don't know. For me, I mean, my big love has always been being on stage. So every time I hear this song, or every time I listen to it again, I just think about, the set starting, and that feeling of the set starting.
It's almost just like everything starting too, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've started this now. The music, like I mentioned, all of us in the band, we have an understanding of this music is pretty difficult to play. A lot of it's very fast. There's lots of stuff going on, and once you start that set, it's kind of like a marathon. You start and it doesn't matter. You play till the end of the set, and that's it. And you just got to get through it,
Got to see it all the way through, man.
Gotta, yeah.
What a way to start, though, on a track like this, and with the meaning like this, and the track being 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Just gonna say that one more time because I think it's pretty cool. So
playing shows is definitely like a marathon. When we start, it's like, why do I do this? And I think it's the enjoyment of the adrenaline of getting to the finish line. It's labor intensive. At least, I speak for myself. Like, I'm usually covered in sweat, and it's like a level of thinking at an anaerobic level. Like, how there's a lot of parts to remember. There's a lot of things that that I visualize the sheet music and counting it out, and it's something it's tough when you're able to breathe, but at an anaerobic level, when you're really giving your all, it's a challenge, and I think that's why I enjoy it so much. I enjoy the challenge mentally, physically, and that's why I'm grateful to be in this band. It's quite an experience, and we're so. This is new. Like, I don't think we've even been together for a year so far, and we've just covered so much ground.
Was it May?
Yeah, May.
Oh wow.
We were like, it's just flowing, and I wonder why. And when I first started this band, I saw the track in 333. Right, so that was a sign for me right there. So when you said that, I was like, "This is a good sign right here," and I think there's a lot. We're going to cover a lot more ground in the future, and good things to come.
There's definitely something special going on here in this, in this Connor orb, in this Casey orb. There's something interesting brewing in this right now. I can feel it. It's pretty cool, actually. It's going to be cool to look back on this interview like next year, and you guys are like doing major tours and shit. It's going to be dope.
Hey man,
it's going to be dope.
Speak it into the universe, Matt. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming, bro. Seriously.
We got 444 coming next podcast.
Yeah.
888. That's one of the songs. Yeah.
Well, Matt, you were saying earlier is how humble Brian is. Well, I can honestly say everybody in the band is very humble. And there's no egos in this band, and there's no drama. And I probably just jinxed us, but yeah, there's
you know what?
break something, but yeah, it's all been good from the start, and
that's amazing.
It's very uncommon. I've been in a lot of bands, and there's always been a bad apple, and I honestly say there's no bad apples here, you know. So it's all good vibes.
Yeah. Well, there's multiple spiritual people. There's dark creatives in this group, and there's some ADHD in this group, and there's a little bit of a little analytical mindset, tools working behind some of the brains. But like I think that's what makes this thing work so well.
Yes.
Is that like everybody's kind of bringing something like their something that they are passionate about and they love to this group, and then everyone's bringing what they love and what they can contribute, and just making making art out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, we all know starving musicians. We all know, a lot, like, this shit is not for money. Like, it's not. Like, we do this because, like, our souls need to.
Exactly.
Like, it has to happen. Like, it's not about a job or a career or money. Like, this is about, like, no, we have to do this because we love this.
I mean, at the end of the day, it is nice, you know what I mean? But that's not why, like, of course, we all do it because we're musicians and stuff. We do it for the love. And, of course, at the end of the day, we want to get compensated. But, if it doesn't at the end of the day, if we're not, like, on a radio on heavy rotation or something like that, we'll still be making music because at the end of the day, we all love it.
I think so far in this podcast, my favorite quote was from John, the guitarist of a band called Lift the Curse. He told me, he was talking about, the future of the band and, what he wants to do and how far he wants the band to go and stuff, and just like the most sincerity, he says, you know what, we're having fun. He goes, and if this is as good as it gets, then this is awesome. We're making music that we love. And if we're not like playing Coachella or not, that's not what he said, but kind of along the lines of, if we're not doing big shows or like, it's not about that. Because like, if we can say that we're just making music that we love and we're putting it out there and people are loving it, then that's awesome. And if this is as good as it gets, then that's awesome. I love that phrase. Like, I use it all the time now, and I love it. He says that because he's in it for the music and nothing else. Yeah. The love of the art.
Absolutely.
The here and the now, and when you're putting out energy and people are picking up what you're putting out, that's worth than any amount of money whatsoever. And then when you have
absolutely
myself, like after having a good show, like I'm buzzing for like a week or two, and that's better than any possible drug you could possibly find.
Yeah. Well, so this actually leads perfectly into my next question, and all you can answer it, or just however you guys want to do it. Tell your story. That's why we're here. But so when it comes to mental health and making music because it's for your soul and you feel like you need to do it and you have to do it, and being able to take a situation that gave you a little bit of trauma or had a major impact on you, like it made you go and write a song and focus on that and put that energy towards something creative. So when it comes to your own personal mental health and dealing with just life in general and jobs outside of wanting to, be in a rock band and, the 9-to-5 kind of deal, like how do you guys use music, like your music and the way you write it and how you do it and record it to adapt it to balance out that mental health in your life?
Well, for me, I mean, I for one am serious on mental health, and I'll be one to Matt for anybody that's on your platform. Please take care of your mental health. Whatever you guys got to do for it, because at the end of the day, you do matter, and I know that it's hard going through whatever somebody's going through. I know that they may feel as if they're not they're going at it alone, and I just want to let people know out there that they're not alone. And if you can go get help, please do. You know, because at the end of the day, you do matter. You know, so because for me personally, I go to therapy myself, so I'm a heavy advocate for any person that wants to that have problems and they really can't talk it out. Go seek somebody, go talk to them. You know what I mean? Because I rather you talk my ear off than hearing the conversation that you killed yourself or you did something of the sort or you hurt yourself in some sort of way because you were scared to talk about it. You know what I mean? So I take mental health very, very seriously. And with as far as the music is concerned, that's my outlet. You know what I mean? That's what, you know, gets me through the day. You know what I mean? Hell, even when I'm at work, I'm on the radio. You know what I mean? I gotta keep it moving. I can't go at least like say hours without music. I have to listen to it. You know what I mean? It's part of me. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely tames my sanity as far as my mental health is concerned.
Thank you for all that.
No problem.
Well, I was gonna say that my relationship with music is actually very interesting. I love music. It's basically all I do. I mean, I'm a music teacher. Then I come home from teaching music, and then I do more music. I write, record, I do sub gigs. I play like gigs for people's weddings and cover bands, and then I have my passion project. So, but with that said, my music, or rather my relationship with music, is very like I have like it's sort of like very urgent in a sense. Like it's like I have to make it, and like Connor and I have like this running joke. We used to play this game called The Tower. Doesn't super matter, but like the goal of the tower was to get to the top of the tower, and so and like there is no top, right? And so, but like that's how the game gets you, and or that's how the game keeps you, and you know, so Connor and I always joke now, like, oh, we're gonna make it to the top of the tower, but I've recently, and I still want to get there. But recently, I had a conversation with my brother-in-law, who also a very musical guy, and you know, he's done music his whole life and has played gigs, but like took a hiatus from gigging for quite some time, like 10 years. Incredibly talented songwriter too, but like just sort of took a hiatus because he was frustrated with the music industry and frustrated with the way that he wasn't seemingly making any progress. Even though he was playing gigs, he had like these ideas of becoming famous. And anyway, long story short, he recently got back into gigging, and he said, look, Matt, like, you just got to make music because that's the thing we're doing. Like, we're doing the thing by making music and by playing. And like, if you get to the top, that's great. If you don't, like, just know that like even just by playing and just by like putting your music out there, you're still doing the thing. And like at first that kind of hit me on like a surfacey level, but like it's really starting to sink in with me, like, and I'm starting to like figure out like where I land on that, and how I want to treat that, because I really want to make it to the top, but like I don't want to lose the drive and the passion, and I definitely don't want to burn out, because I do so much for this band and for music in general that like I don't want to run out.
Yeah, there's a balance that we have to play in this life, and it's, you know, balancing out what our priorities are, and you know, as life goes on, you know, you can get married and kids, and just, you know, if you progress in your job and more responsibility, but at the end of the day, it's what is your heart like on fire for? Like, what is, I don't know. You know, to me, I've always kind of had that answer for myself, and I think a lot of you do too. And it's music, and it's, you know, at the end of all of this, of what, you know, what really matters. you know, and but also it's not being able to be hard on yourself either if something doesn't go your way, and that's a balancing act too. And it's a personal journey that you have to go through too, because like really nobody can help you with it. They can give you advice and work with you on it, but it's like you're the one living with it. You're the one that thinks about it before going to bed at night, every night. It's what's going to make you the happiest, not the most money, the most this or that, just the happiest.
Exactly.
And sitting with yourself with those thoughts is scary, but could be very powerful.
The reward is worth the risk.
Well, but it's interesting because, you know, when I do sit with those thoughts and I'm like, you know, I go this step further and I'm just like, well, why do I want to make it to the top? Like, actually, really, I kind of struggle to like really come up with like a good reason, and like I know that's not what some of my band members might want to hear, or maybe it is, I don't know, but like I struggle to be like, yeah, why do I want to play at Madison Square Garden? Why do I want to play in these stadiums? Like, yeah, I want to be in front of a bunch of people, but like, how does that feel better than playing in front of 50 people? Like, why is that important to me? And
it's always important to ask yourself why. For everything you do, honestly. Not even just career, just like, why do I want to write a song about this? Or why do I want to be in a band? Why do I want to live in New York where it's hell expensive?
I know, right?
The why is the way. Like, that's forward. You know, like, once you have your why, then you have your way. If you don't have your why, you got nothing.
I like that, Matt. You don't have your why, you don't have your way. I like that.
I'm trying to top that. His cool quote. What was that guitarist's name? I'm trying to top it.
Oh yeah, his name is John from Lift to Curse. Hey, right, if this is as good, yeah.
We got a band rivalry.
We should totally have a guitar off with John and Matt, dude. That we
riff wars.
Let's take it out on the riffs.
Yeah.
No, but it's a good thought to have though, and saying it in front of your band too. It's not an easy thing to say and just admit and talk about. And so, knowing that your mind's already there, it's huge enough. Just take it there. Just leave it there for a second and think on it.
For sure.
And it sounds like you have a good group of guys to talk out these thoughts with.
Yep.
Because everybody's asking why.
Yep.
Everyone's asking what's next.
Maybe that's going to be the next song. You know what I mean?
Why?
Why?
Well, that's that Napalm Death song, right? The 2-second song.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's the. I think it's the Guinness World Record shortest. It's a Napalm Death song, and the song just goes why, and that's it. Yeah.
Like,
beautiful.
Gotta love grindcore. Gotta love it.
Was there anything that Connor or Dan wanted to talk about when it came to how mental health and music has played a role in your life?
For me, music is a form of self-care. With mental health, it's a way to release. And I ask myself, why do I do this and why do I do that? And just like the quote you said earlier, like here in the now, like just going with the flow. Like I'm just grateful to do what we're doing right now. And you can't really control what the future may bring. You might fight with all your might to get what the outcome may be, but as of right now, we get to play shows, we get the people to enjoy what we're doing, and a lot of positive comments that we've got on all the socials, and for me, that's great. If we go all the way up to Madison Square Garden, I mean, that would be a dream come true. But if it doesn't happen, I'm just grateful to do what we're doing right now.
As a drummer, so not only does music kind of just being what the powerful thing that it is, but there is definitely something about playing an instrument but banging on it.
Absolutely.
There's something very therapeutic about playing music and hitting something at the same time.
Absolutely. It's primal.
Yeah.
It's a good release.
Yeah.
And you can, not only do you hear it, but you feel the vibration going through your soul.
Yeah.
And that's I think I was just meant to do this from the start. I've been playing since I was 5 years old, So this is just who I am more than anything.
Yeah, definitely don't think just because we're breaking down lyrics that I wasn't listening to and catch those little drum rolls and everything you threw in there. I'm a huge I respect drummers tremendously. I've always wanted to be one. I can play a basic like punk beat or something like that, but I would never say I'm a drummer. But it was always the instrument I wanted to play but never had room for. And so I was like, I'll play guitar and bass. Yeah, I'll do that. But I've always been like, man, I wish I would have just like waited and just got a drum set when the time was right and just did that.
It's never too late. That's what you want to do, then you should do that.
That's true. Very true. I love that.
I think the point is like I know too many people that life gets in the way and they stop playing. It's like, oh, I have a job or I have kids or I don't have time for it. It's like you gotta just make the time. You have to.
Want to hit it?
Yeah. You want to hit it? Yeah. You have to do it for yourself, and then I've just got a lot of friends that just given up on certain passages. Sorry, I'm freezing right now in my garage and there's no heat in here. Their passion, they're just letting it go and you're wasting away your soul. I feel, like for mental health and self-care, just never give up on, what you want to do. And if you want to play drums, you should just do it. I've new hobbies and I've learned new things, and that's what keeps you young and like keeps your brain sharp.
Absolutely.
All about self-care. I'm shivering right now. So if I'm not a stutter, I'm just shivering.
If you need to head out, man, if you need to go get warm somewhere, definitely feel free to do that.
I just turned the heat on in here, so I don't know if it's too loud for you guys, but it's not too loud.
You hear anything?
Can't hear nothing.
Okay. All right. So, yeah.
Well, I guess I'm the only one left. I think music for me has always been something that I push against, kind of like self-challenge, directing all of my energy towards, kind of keeping me sane. It's sort of a training sense. I'm not going to compare it necessarily to like martial arts or stuff like that, but like the drive to do something new and to get your ideas across perfectly, exactly how you want to be doing it, that's what it's always been for me. It's somewhere that all of my energy goes, from negative feelings, positive feelings. And I just, Matt was joking about the getting to the top of the tower. But the movement towards that, I think, keeps me sane, truthfully. That's what it's always been for me.
I like how you use martial arts to kind of connect that.
Well,
but that's great. But like as soon as you said that though, like I was, because I train, like I do boxing a couple times a week, and there's been combos where I'm just like, okay, it's 1 2 3 or 1 3 4 or, whatever it is, but until I get it right, until I there it is. Until I get it right, like I just obsess over it.
I can't go about it any other way. I just, me and Matt have talked the most out of anybody here about how I approach music or how I approach practicing. But it's very serious, but that feels good. It feels good for me. I'm like pushing against it all the time. I'm just, I don't know. And then, well, to say something about the martial arts thing, one of my students today, because I'm like Matt too. I'm also a music teacher, so it's like cool. I can't do anything else. It's just
Then you're blind.
One of my students today, he's trying to learn this insanely complicated piece of music for piano. He refuses to learn how to read music. He learns it on these little videos on YouTube where these little lights come down onto piano keys, and
I've seen those. Yeah,
he pauses the video and figures out where the notes are. And I was like telling him, I was like, dude, you could be incredible if you just have that 3 months of discipline for learning to read music. Everything, you'd be perfect.
Discipline.
And he was like,
a good word.
Yeah. And then he was like, oh, it's like Karate Kid. I'm like Daniel. And then he was like, what is that? And then I was like, wax on, wax off. This is it. I'm Mr. Miyagi. You're Daniel.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be the champion. But it is funny. It honestly comes up a lot, I feel like. At least in my mind.
But I find it interesting how you said, though, when you said what your kind of routine is, you had said you didn't know if it was good for your mental health or not. I don't know. I almost feel like, to me, that could be seen as a good thing.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, there's so much thought and effort that goes into making this thing, and because for a lot of music, there's just this music's fun, and you kind of just put it on. It's a good beat. You don't really think about it, but when the artist goes in and it's very okay, this is here because of this reason, and we're doing this because of this, and then you have an analytical brain going, okay, well, let's do it this way because I get what you're saying, but let's do it this way.
Yeah.
And you're working together, and then you just have this vocalist come in and just like scream it out, and then you just have Dan going crazy, hitting toms for no reason everywhere. Like, it just feels so good.
Yeah. For me too, a lot of my practicing is a lot of improv. I play lots of jazz, and
that's awesome. Very technical.
Yeah, and just having all, like, you just have to. It's like I always think about it as like fighting or combat. It's like you are fighting against your instrument, and you have to be able to. You have to master your instrument so you can get that thing in your head out. Exactly. Like, it's just the instrument's like kind of standing in your way. I don't know.
Yeah, I can understand where Connor's coming from, because there's like certain, like, if there's a riff in your head and stuff like that, and it just can't get out, you have to go to your guitar or something like that, and it like I will be stuck on a song like you never heard it before, but the riff is there, and you're just trying to smash it out like hours on end. Like, no, that's not the note. Let me try it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until you actually transcribe it onto the guitar or bass, you're always going to hear it in your head.
Have you always been this way, Connor, with everything?
Yeah.
Like, as far as you can remember, just with everything you approached in life?
Yeah, it's very obsessively trying to cover all bases kind of thing, I think. Well, yeah, whatever, Matt, yeah. Cover all bases. I know.
How old are you guys here?
Who knows?
But there's something for like what Connor was saying, like about like trying to master your instrument and really like obsessing over it. I think there's like almost no, as a musician, there's like almost no worse feeling than being like imprisoned by your own ideas. Like having an idea that you're like, this is an insane idea, and then just being like not able to play it.
Yeah.
And I think that's for like every musician, to be honest.
Yeah.
Drives you nuts.
I feel like painter, like anybody who's creative, it's like that thing is in your head, and you have to be good enough to communicate it. That's just is what it is. I don't know.
But you know what John would say? You know what John from Lift the Curse would say? if someone was painting something and you'd be like, you know what? If that's as good as that painting gets, that's awesome, man.
That's true.
That's the ceiling, and that's it.
And you know what? Isn't there like some kind of like law of convergence? Like there's these like two disparate like ideologies, but like at the end of the day, they both.
Yeah, it's just they both get to the same spot.
Yeah,
that's.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
We're all just crazy music horror movie kids, like just making bad jokes and just trying to
we didn't even
mask our mental health with screaming our lungs out, scary music.
Yeah.
What is next for Killing Connor? What do you guys got coming up?
We have we have a lot. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, here we go.
All right, we got our first merch run. We got that. It's here. It's ready.
Sick.
4 shows in the
I
next
love your
30
logo.
days.
I love your font, by the way.
Thank you.
It looks like a horror movie poster font.
Then it worked.
Yeah, that's all right. Perfect. Exactly.
Buzzing. We got it, guys. Yeah.
We've gotten like 150 followers in like the past month. I mean, it's pretty good. Everything's
and the views has been crazy for like the lyric video. Yeah, like for the lyric video, we be getting some views and stuff like that. And a lot of people. One of the reasons why I'm glad that we did get the lyric video is because a lot of people would say, "Yo, I love the music, but I don't know what you're saying." So this definitely helped a lot.
I think for the future, lots of shows. You know, there's an album written. We have another single ready to come out soon.
We recently started working with a manager.
Oh yeah!
Shout out to Alexa, the hella
hella sketchy records. Rules.
Hella sketchy.
Rules.
Is she from the Bay Area?
You never know.
I don't know.
A lot of people from New York nowadays, or origin stories start from another state or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's very hard to find native New Yorkers.
Yeah, very, very true. Yeah,
we have 2, 3 native New Yorkers in the band.
Right here.
Dan, are you?
Well, I'm upstater, so
yeah, but I'm the only one who's not from New York. Dang. All right.
Yeah, man. See.
I learned that today.
It even spread it in our band.
More reason for Connor to be the one killed in the band.
True.
I'm the transplant. I'm the transplant.
Outcast, bro.
Added to the list of reasons to kill Connor.
Yeah. There's so many.
Well, I honestly feel like I can sit here and talk to these dudes for another 2 hours or maybe even longer. So we're gonna have to meet up sometime in Brooklyn and chat longer.
Yeah, man.
And talk, because I feel like there was so much more to break down as far as horror movies and just other music. Like I feel like I can just chat with you guys all night, but unfortunately we'll probably have to wrap it up here. But everybody, go and check out Killing Connor. They are killing it right now. Ton of stuff coming out. You guys are. What's your handle on Instagram? It's at
Killing Connor Band.
Killing Connor Band. Mm-hmm. And is there anywhere specific anybody else should go that you want them to check out? What else you got going on?
Nah, just check out our Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You know, we'll eventually have a TikTok. You know what I mean? But for right now, just check out those platforms for right now.
Yeah, come to our shows. We got a show in Albany, New York, November 6th. Empire Underground.
Yep.
Saving Vice. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Dude, Brian, Connor, Matt, Dan, Killing Connor. You guys rock. You guys deserve all the best that's coming your way. You guys are good dudes, and there's a sign from 333 saying that you guys got this. So keep going. You should frame it up. You should write that number on like where your studio is or something. Just keep looking at it and be like, you know what, our first single, and then just have it up there as a reminder.
For sure.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
There's definitely something there. Anyway, thank you guys so much. It's not easy to talk about these things, especially in front of friends and a stranger. So I appreciate you guys doing it, and I hope anyone listening was able to get a little bit of inspiration from them and their story, and go listen to all their tracks. Listen to everything they got. Go support them. Guys, thank you so much for everything. I appreciate you guys.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. All the best.
A lot.